New on Daybreak, some local perspective on a troubling new international study that says the pandemic is costing children some basic skills.
A local professor says the problem may be more about support from relationships than the actual skill. News 8's Katie Wisely is here to break it down for us. Katie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So the study focuses on young children up to the age of 16. It was published by the Office for Standards and Education, Children's Services and Skills. Now, researchers visited 900 education and social care providers in 2 months. They found younger children who were previously potty trained fell back into diapers, especially those with parents who didn't have work flexibility. And older children lost stamina in reading and writing, which they claim is the result of school closures and restrictions. Now, University of Indianapolis professor Dr. Kendra Thomas says some research done here in the U.S. shows a huge spread of where kids are, and this new research was meant for policymakers.
One thing that this report can say to policymakers is they're trying to understand where are kids going to come back after Christmas break or even next school year. You know, as policymakers, teachers, principals, superintendents trying to project how do we teach to the group and best manage our community. And then there's a level at kind of the parent or the caregiver concern of what does this mean about my child and my development.
Now, Dr. Thomas says if a parent or caregiver is realizing that their child has regressed in some way, they should be less concerned about that skill and see it as a symptom. She says this means the child needs more structure or support. Dr. Thomas says kids can always relearn skills. Now, her advice for parents, it's more important to focus on what needs are being met and what needs to be addressed. Katie Wisely, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Katie, thank you. 5:35, back to the new restrictions in Marion County. They mean that many couples must cut down their wedding guest lists. Most events will be capped at 50 people instead of 250.
News 8's Dan Klein spoke to a couple trying to tie the knot with a pandemic wedding.
And this is our grand hall.
Mo Al-Rosan and Charlotte Williamson got engaged the day before Halloween.
He was being extra nice. So I thought something was coming.
But even 3 years of being together doesn't prepare one for this, planning a wedding during a pandemic.
It's weird, environment. The biggest thing right now is how many people we really want there.
If they got married this weekend, they could have 250, but come Monday, it will be 50. Thanks to the new health restrictions announced Thursday. They hope to get married July 9th.
Pretty hard to schedule places to go to and, get together to actually plan the wedding that we want to have.
It's been hard at the Biltwell, too. The event center reopened in June, then was able to start hosting larger events about 2 months ago. Now another setback.
It was great to see people finally gather. We're in the business of celebrating and social gathering, so it was great for our staff and for all of us to see our clients happy.
But in the face of so many layoffs nationwide, the Biltwell has a unique story. Even as business dried up, Director Mark Mattingly says the owner kept all 45 employees working, building tables, sanding and staining floors, beams, cleaning bricks, thanks to the fact there's no mortgage. Still, weddings this summer and fall have been a big boost because corporate events, which made up 40% of last year's business, have dried up completely.
We have made it. We'll continue to make it. Our little catchphrase is, Biltwell strong, and yeah, we'll be here through all of it.
Still, with an occupancy of 1,000 people here, there's a big difference between 25% capacity or 250 people, which the Biltwell could have if it was in the same category as a movie theater or bowling alley, and the 50-person max the Biltwell can hold going forward.
I think that would have been nice to see maybe more of a sliding scale based on your physical space.
Mattingly says they'll keep following the rules. Now Mo and Charlotte have a big decision ahead, knowing even 8 months out, things could change with little notice.
I wouldn't be terribly disappointed, but kind of expected.
People's safety is number one. So if it's something not safe to go into, we're not going to do that.
I'm Dan Klein for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
Now, the Marion County Health Department does say it will allow some events with more than 50 people, but organizers must get a safety plan approved by the department first.
Chicago's mayor is issuing new rules advising people in her city to stay home and requiring businesses to make changes. Starts Monday morning. The order asks people to go out only when it's essential and to cancel traditional Thanksgiving plans. All gatherings indoors and out are limited to 10 people. Positivity rate in Chicago is 14.5%. The changes are slated to last at least 1 month.
In all Indiana politics, we spoke to a former classmate of Ron Klain, the man chosen as President-elect Joe Biden's chief of staff. We told you on Daybreak that Klain graduated from North Central High School back in 1979. Kip, too, is a former Indiana Democratic chair and contributor to Wish TV's All Indiana Politics. He says Klain is the perfect fit for the job.
He fits all of the parameters that you want to have in a chief of staff. Strict loyalty to you, but smart, gives it to you straight, knows how to organize, knows how to bring people in and talk to them the right way, knows how to work with Congress. He's been to Congress, so it's a home run in every way. From a national perspective, from an Indiana perspective, obviously we're all proud that a North Central High School Panther is going to be the chief of staff for the President of the United States.
You can see more of our interview on All Indiana Politics. That airs Sunday morning at 9:30 right here on Wish TV. It's now 5:39.
Contradicting claims of voter fraud, why some top officials are calling the 2020 election the most secure ever.
This is Wish TV, also on 93 WIBC Mobile News and Indiana's only statewide TV news network.